Sometimes a simple dish hides much more than a recipe. It hides centuries of history, secrets, traditions. Today, I take you where the flames whisper in the universe of the Arab Berber Desert. Listen closely. What is this dish that travels without ever leaving its hat? Simmering for hours without ever complaining and melting everyone's hearts? Without saying a word. Of course, it's the Tajine. This Moroccan magician who transforms a few vegetables and spices into melting masterpieces. In the Berber Mountains, where the wind lifts the sand and where the sun sleeps in the valleys, an enchanting aroma floats in the air. A fire crackles under a clay pot with a recognizable conical lid. A Tajine slowly simmers, infusing the air with scents of cumin, of saffron, and caramelized dried fruits. But this dish did not emerge yesterday. Long before the desert caravans exchanged spices, the Berbers already mastered the art of slowly cooking meats and vegetables, trapping every aroma under this ingenious lid. The Tajine was not just a dish, it was a necessity, a way for nomads to prepare tasty dishes without much need for fuel. Then came the influences, the Arabs, the Andalusians, and the Ottomans. Each brought a new breath. Golden turmeric, the crunchy almonds, the preserved lemon, and even the honey. Little by little, the Tajine became a symphony of flavors. But behind these influences, a persistent rumor lingered. Some said that tagines were not just simple dishes, but messengers of forgotten stories about caramelized almonds if you want to know how to make them. The method is at the end of this video. In a Moroccan kitchen, everything starts well before cooking. Experienced hands choose each ingredient like an offering. The spices are ground, releasing enchanting scents, while the meat, fish, or vegetables are generously coated with oil and honey. But more than just a dish, the Tajine is a ritual. It is prepared over low heat, without rushing, in anticipation of the perfect moment, where all elements would merge. It is not uncommon to see 3 generations gathered around the dish, sharing much more than flavors, stories, memories, a part of their family history. And then there is the legend. It is said that in some villages, tagines had the power to reveal hidden truths. It only took a pure intention and controlled heat for a buried secret to resurface. No one really believed it, until that famous night when everything changed. It was a cold night. The wind whistled through the alleys of a village near Marrakesh. An old woman known for her extraordinary Tajine was preparing a dish for a large gathering. Celebration. In its pot, the lamb mingled with the candied prunes, with grilled almonds and a blend of spices that only she knew the secret of. When the lid was lifted, an enchanting scent rose. But something strange happened. A light sound, a distant melody, seemed to emerge from the dish. Some thought of an illusion. Others got up troubled. Then at the bottom of the Tajine, something sparkled. An ancient medallion with Berber engravings worn away by time. The guests held their breath. The woman recognized him immediately. It belonged to her ancestor, a nomadic healer who was said to know the secrets of plants and spices. That night, the Tajine was more than just a meal. It became the link between a forgotten past and a curious present. A proof that sometimes cooking is much more than just an art. And now, We will see together how to caramelize almonds very easily. For this, you will need 200 g of whole almonds with or without skin, 100 g of sugar, 1 packet of vanilla sugar optional, 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. Heat a preferably non-stick pan over medium heat. Pour the sugar and water into the pan. Mix a little. The sugar will start to melt and form a syrup. Add whole almonds once the syrup starts to thicken slightly. Stirring constantly, the sugar will crystallize around the almonds. That's normal. Continue to stir until the sugar melts again and coats the almonds in a golden caramel. Pour them on a parchment paper, quickly separating them with a wooden spoon to avoid that they do not stick in a lump. Let cool completely. Tip: you can add a pinch of cinnamon or fleur de sel to vary the flavors. And you, have you ever felt the magic of a homemade tajine? It is not just a dish. It's a story that simmers under a covered pot. A sensory journey through time. Test it, place the spices, and tell us about your experience. Who knows, maybe you will discover it too. A secret, hide at the bottom of your pot. Question: what is the culinary uniqueness that the Arab Muslim tradition brought to the tajine? A hint: it is a trick developed by the Arabs in Andalusia, then reintroduced to the Maghreb later. Tell us in the comments if you found the trick, and don't forget to like and subscribe too. Soon.